Hi, welcome back to Conquest Academy. My name is Frank Sarjugan, and today I'm gonna talk with you guys about what's the difference between the real trader and the fantasy one. So when we talk about the trading and when we try to image the real trader, most likely the first image that is gonna come to our mind is the guy with the Lamborghini, bunch of charts on the different screens, and most likely the beach on the background. Or maybe the genius in the hoodie who's making the $100 to the $1,000,000 over the night. But that's not the real truth. The internet has sold us over the years the very specific fantasy about the trading. Fast money, no effort, and no risk. Or at least what they are trying to promote that. But the truth is completely different. Most people who call themselves a trader are just a gambler who has access to the Wi-Fi and the computer. But the real traders are completely different from what they are trying to promote on the social media. So in this video, we are trying to make the hard line between the reality and the fantasy. And we're gonna explain to you guys, in order to become the real trader, why someone like Alex, which is our main character in this series, has to destroy his fantasy in order to become the real one. By the end of this video, you will know one simple thing. Are you trying to build the identity of the real trader or just simply chasing the fantasy of the easy money? Now let's kill the myth. Now let's compare two different traders. The first one, which is the fantasy one, and you know them, right? On the social media. The guy who wakes up at noon, open his phone, trade bunch of coins because he thinks they are pumping, and just post some shots with a screenshots that shows the green candles and says, hey guys, the trading just changed my life, right? But actually no journal, no risk management, no idea what he's actually doing, and eventually a blown account. Now let's talk about the second one. They are boring to watch but very interesting to learn from. This is what the real trader looks like. They woke up at the fixed time. They check up their state of mind before they check their charts. They already know which market they are allowed to trade because they pick up the market yesterday, not on the heat of the moment. They don't chase every market. They are waiting for their setup. They risk small and predefine the amount of each trade. They write down every trade that they make a decision for, and they keep it as a winning or losing trade. And they explain to their chart what have been happened to them and why they made such a decision, whether it was a losing trade or winning trade. At the beginning of the 90 days journey, the Alex looked like the first trader. He thought about the trading is the lifestyle fantasy, not the professional progress. In this video, we are going to take you step by step away from the fantasy trading and get you closer to the real one to make you more successful. Before we talk about what a trader really is, we have to be honest about what the trader is not. A trader is not who wakes up every morning and go throughout the Instagram and picks up some random signals and prays for it. A trader is not a casino player who's jumped from the game to game in hope that he's gonna win something. A trader is not an adrenaline addict who needs to be in action every moment and feels empty when there is no trade on. And the trader is not definitely the person who keeps saying, bro, I have a feeling about this coin, and call that intuition when it's just emotion. If you are seeing some candles, feeling something, and based off that you're gonna push the bottom, you are not a trader. You are a gambler with the extra steps. In the beginning, Alex didn't know this. He thought as long as he's on the chart, he was a trader. But actually he was acting based off the price, not following the process. So now let's just delete this fantasy process and break it down and rebuild it from the scratch, from the zero, and make it a real trader. So if the trader is not a gambler with the Wi-Fi, what the trader is? The trader is the risk manager first, and the second, he's the money maker. The trader is someone who uses the repeatable process in order to make decisions under the uncertainty. They accept that they make a mistake a lot, so the whole design is gonna be the way that is gonna be surviving those mistakes. They don't try to predict the future. They try to be prepared for the possibilities. The trader has the defined universe of markets, clear rules of when not to trade, the maximum risk per trade, and the written plan when the thing doesn't go as it was expected. Most of their time is not clicking buttons. It's waiting and is observing and do the teeny adjustment to their process and also reviewing the old trade. At the beginning of this series, Alex didn't see himself this way. He thought the trader is someone who can manage the big cash of moves. But slowly he just realized the real trader is someone who can manage themselves first before they can manage any trade. In next part, we will zoom in the Alex daily routine, and you will see how these rules is gonna show up in his daily routine and his life. Let's make this real. What does the normal day actually look like for someone who wants to be a real trader, not a fantasy one? Let's look at the Alex. He wakes up at a fixed time, not because the market is gonna run away from him, but because he respects his own time. After that, he opens his checklist, not his platform. He checks every single item that he's supposed to check. He checks what market he's supposed to trade today. What is the maximum allowable amount that he's allowed to get the trade to? How many trades he's supposed to do per day. After that, and only checking all of those things and items, he's gonna open his chart. Alex doesn't sit there for 10 hours clicking button. He has a defined trading window for that. For example, 2 to 3 hours he look at as his setup, the ones that has been checked and has been performed, the ones that he could rely on and follow his rules. If nothing shows up for him, he does something that the most beginners hates. He walks away. No setups equals no trade. No trades equals the perfect trading days for him. At the end of the day, whether he traded or not, he sits down with his journal and starts writing things. It's not just about the numbers that he's writing. It's about his emotion, about his decision, and what he's gonna do next for the very next day in order to get to the trade, and whether there is any adjustment required or not. This is what the really being a trader it looks like. More thinking and reviewing than buying and selling. And in the final of this episode, we will ask you a simple question. If you look at the Alex day, what would be the difference from the Alex day and yours? What makes you different from him? Now you have seen it. The fantasy version of the trading versus of the real one. On one side, signals, screenshots, hypes, and constant need to feel something. On the other side, discipline, rules, routines, and quiet work, and sometimes boring time. So, the things that nobody wants to clap for. Here is the question I want you to sit with. Are you closer to the one side that I just mentioned, which is the fantasy one, or you are closer to the real one? So I want you to think about it, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Are you trying to build the real trader, or you are just in love with the idea of trading? Now I want you to drop in the comment fantasy or reality. And if you are somewhere in between, I want you to say transition. That's exactly Alex is in between in 90 days transition. Thanks for watching. In next episode, we are diving into the Alex first big falls to the point that he's gonna realize his fantasy breaks his rule. So now he has to decide. He has to either walk away or he's gonna make a decision that he's gonna rebuild himself from scratch. If you would like to follow this journey, please push that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification that you can follow us on the YouTube, and you're gonna follow this journey for the next 90 days to see what's gonna happen to the Alex. Because by end of this season, you won't just know who's the real trader is. You can make a decision and realize whether you're gonna be the one or not.